Grand Rising family, what's up? This is Chief Kalanago with another video family. It's a beautiful day in Brooklyn, New York. The sun is out today, and guess what? I am gonna get me some sun. Now it's cold out, but what I normally do is this. I'm actually looking out the window right now. So what I'm gonna do, or what I usually do is of course, move the curtains and I allow the sun to come inside. All right. And I just sun gaze. I sunbathe. Yeah, I stand up in my apartment, butt naked. Yeah. And I just let the sun hit my body, especially, well, not just especially, but my entire body. But at some point, I let I focus the light on my lower, chakra area, my groin area, and just absorbing, the sun, which is a beautiful thing. But family, I'm gonna talk to you in this video about what an organic life is supposed to be. I'm gonna talk to you about what was stolen from you, and I want you to, again, I want you to use your imagination. I want you to go on a trip with me at this dawn or the rising of the sun, because I don't say morning. I don't do good morning because again, that's just my belief. I believe that words have power, and words are energy, and the root of the word, it affects us. I believe that, and I always tell folks, when you see me, don't tell me good morning. I want you to say hi. I want you to say grand rising. I always want you to uplift me, appreciate me. Do not tell me good morning, because when people die, people moan. Now, people may say, well, it's two different words. No, it's not. Moaning and morning, they are all synonymous. So when you say good morning, you're literally telling somebody good morning. Now, nobody passed on, nobody died, so there's no reason for me to moan. And even when people die, I don't moan. I celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing. But anyway, family, I want you to go on a little ride with me. And at some point while I'm talking, it's okay to close your eyes and envision what I'm saying, because I want you to visualize what was stolen from you, what was taken from you, what was taken from you. And so let's go back to Dominica here for a second, and I remember, the furthest I could go back, because another thing that I do is at night, I try to do what's called recall. Okay. And I've been practicing that for a while now, to go as far back as I can to remember me in my mother's womb, or even before that, like past lives. So I call it recall, and that's what I try to do. And the furthest I have actually gone is, I think, when I was about 2. I went back that far in recalling most of my memory as a child. And family, I just want you to know it's such a beautiful feeling, because growing up in Dominica, again, you would have to do some research on Dominica. I'm going to spell it for you. It's Dominica. Growing up in that small country, that's why it's called the nature island of the Caribbean, and the lushness, the greenness, it has waterfalls, it has lakes. I mean, it is a beautiful island. And growing up on that island is really, again, that's why it's called the nature. I was born in nature. And what you're literally missing, you would have to start traveling to see. Okay. But growing up, family, first off, we had our own home. Okay. So we never paid rent. All right. Rent was something foreign to me. Okay. We grew our own food. Now, of course, there was the local market where, we went and we support, our neighbors, our people, different people on the island that grew certain foods that we didn't grow. But the point of the matter is, it was fresh. Okay. It was fresh. No, 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 what they call it, the preservatives. It was fresh food, so that's what I grew up eating, fresh food for one. Okay, but family, let me just describe this for you, right? In my backyard, we had two mango trees. We had they were actually both grafted mangoes. Now, a grafted mango is a mango tree that's mixed with another one. So they graft it, okay? And then the fruits are called grafted mangoes because it came from two different plants, two different mango plants, right? Or different types or species of mangoes. So we had that, right? We had a lime tree. We had a lemon tree. We had papaya trees. We had two coconut trees. Okay. Yeah, we had a guava tree in our backyard. What else we had? We had pumpkin trees. Um, what else? I know we had something else. Yeah, we had plantain and banana trees in our backyard. I think that was the extent of the type of fruits and foods we had. Now, we had a couple of dashin. Now, dashin is a ground food that's actually in the earth, and but some people may put it in the classification of what's called yams. But you have different kind of yams. So that type of yam is called a dashin, right? So that was one of my favorite foods. But family, the point I'm trying to make is just imagine when you need your food, you go to your backyard and get your food. Another thing what we did was we collected rain. Now, even if we had water from, of course, the pipe, we collected rain, you know, and that the rainwater was the best. But again, I'm just trying to let you see the freedom of doing those things without it being illegal. Growing your own food without it being illegal. You know what I mean? Having your own land, your own house without paying rent. You know? And family, I mean, one thing with eating guavas is this, right? When you eat guavas, it depends on how much you eat, but you got constipated, and I'm telling you, it wasn't a good feeling. I mean, guavas taste great. I love them. But the after effect, oh my goodness, I'm telling you, and I don't mean to be gross, but when you go in that toilet, you don't have to imagine that. But when you go in that toilet, the situations you have because you're constipated, it is no joke. But family, and again, I'm not trying to be gross, but I'm just trying to let you know the freedom of growing up in nature. And we had papayas in the back. We would go, oh, we had tomatoes. Yeah, we had pepper as well. We had we had something called pima zozio. What that means, it's called the bird pepper. Ooh, that thing was hot. But again, family, the point is it's about the environment in which I grew up. Okay? And the thing with neighbors, I mean, of course, neighbors had their own little, disagreements, their own little confrontations sometimes. But for the most part, right, if you needed some sugar, you could go next door and ask the neighbor, and they would give you a pound of sugar or a small cup of sugar. And then when you go do your shopping, you could give it back to them. You know what I'm saying? Or you give them sugar, and if you need some flour, they will give you flour, that type of thing. But family, that's what growing up as a community, as indigenous people, you know what I'm saying? And, even if we had grafted mangoes, my mother's favorite mango was another mango called the Julie mango. So a lot of times when I used to misbehave and, just go do stuff, not that misbehave in the sense of, causing, major problems. Just when she tell me come home at 5, I come home at 7, stuff like that. Or I would get into fights, stuff like that. Or not doing my homework, or, we used to play marbles, right? And I was one of the best. I'm talking about the best. I'm not bragging now. I was one of the best. Okay. I was what they call a sharpshooter, because they could take a marble, right? And they could pitch that marble anywhere. And it doesn't matter what distance I'm at. I could literally take my marble, right? And close one eye like this. And I would do this. And then when I let my marble go, I would strike their marble from any distance. I was a sharpshooter. I was the sniper in that game. Okay, there was another game we used to play with cashews. Now, you know the raw cashews that people eat? Well, we had the raw cashew in the fruit itself. So on top, then you are you have the tree of the cashew tree, then you have the branch, then you have the fruit, and attached to the fruit is a shell that the cashew is in. Okay, so we used to twist the fruit off. We used to eat it, make sure it's ripe. We used to eat it, and the cashew itself in the shell, we would roast it and open it up. Oh my goodness! Ooh, I'm telling you, that was the best. But even more so, the shell that the cashew is in, all right, we would collect them. It's a game, and everybody would come with their bag of cashews, and we would try to win the other person's cashews, and then the winner would go sell his share that he won. So I was always an entrepreneur. We always grew up doing things for ourselves. You know what I mean? So the point I'm trying to make is just to let you know the fun. Going outside, always went outside with no shirt. No shirt, shorts, and no shoes. Always connected to Mother Nature. Always connected to the earth. Right now in New York, I can't even do that because the street is paved. There's no connection to Mother Nature. There's no connection to the earth to ground us. So family, I'm just trying to let you envision that, right? Another thing we used to do, like even if we had our coconut trees, but the ones we had were the short ones. We had the grafted coconuts, but the tall trees, we used to go climb those trees, and we used to go hunt birds. We used to go chase snakes. Hunt snakes. When we hunt the birds, we would catch them, especially the ground doves, and we would make cages. You see all the scooters that they have talking about, the Hoover boards and all that. Family, I grew up making those things. Those things are nothing new. We made those things with our hands. The scooters that they have, we made those ourselves. We made them ourselves, and again, the creativity of growing up in an environment where you have to do things for yourself. You have to use your hands. That's what the Creator gave you, to create, to make things. When you're hungry, and another thing we used to do, especially when we went to the countryside, right, where my grandmother used to live. Like we would leave home, and I'm talking about when we don't have school. So on Saturdays or Sundays, right, we would leave home. Like I used to love going to the country because when I'm in the city, which is where I was born, my mother I had to go to church. That was mandatory. If I didn't go to church, I would get my ass whooped. So I used to love to go to the country and spend time with my grandmother. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have to go to church. She went to church, but with grandma, you could always, do what you want. And grandma, she'll tell you that she's going to whoop your ass, but she loves you so much that she never does. Or what she would do, she would take like a little plant we used to call Belvedere, right? It's like a lily. A lily, it's in English it's called the lily, right? But in Creole we call it Belvedere. So she would take the Belvedere, right? And just maybe hit me one stroke, that thing would break, and she would tell my mother, oh yeah, he didn't want to go to church and I whooped his ass. And she didn't use the word ass, but I'm just saying. But she was lying her ass off, But the point I'm trying to make is, family, I didn't have to go to church when I was in the country. So early, me and my friends, we would go to a place called the White River, okay? But we didn't call it the White River. In Creole, we called it Rivière Blanc, meaning that the White River in English. And family, I'm talking about, we would get there like about 7 o'clock in the day. In the rising of the sun, right? About 6 or 7. And I guarantee you, and I'm telling you the truth, we would not go home until about 8, 9 o'clock at night. Now, this is all we go to that place called Rivière Blanc, which is White River, in our hands. We go with our slingshots, which we call catapult, with our slingshots, our knives, matches, and what else? And a pot with some butter and a little bit of salt. Not much, but a little bit of salt. And that's all we went with. And family, I'm telling you, when we went to that place, the first thing we know we had to do, we went fishing. So we caught our fish. While we doing that, somebody's climbing the tree to pick some coconuts, and we would go in people's gardens, take green bananas, take, again, like I told you, the kind of yam called dasheen, grab some of that. And family, we cooked our food right there all day. When we hungry, we go pick mangoes. We go pick guavas. We eat ripe bananas. We eat ripe plantains. And family, all that stuff was there for us to eat of a nature. It was a beautiful thing. And we didn't get home until 8, 9 o'clock at night. And it didn't cost us a dime to eat. You see? So family, what I'm trying to make you realize is this. The way that these people have us living here, it is not natural. It is not natural. No, it's not. That was taken away from us. Now, people always ask, well, if it was so sweet, why did you leave? Listen, we all have a purpose. And my ancestors brought me here to do what I'm doing. To do what I'm doing. And family, I strongly suggest that a lot of you who don't travel, go to the Caribbean. Go to South and Central America. This is part of your land. This is part of your heritage. We are indigenous to the Americas. These people stole that from us. When was the last time your feet touched the ground, the soil, the dirt, Mother Nature, Mother Earth? They have our people, afraid of the sun. That is the natural vitamins. Think about it. Ra. Think about it, right? Vitamin. Break this down. Vitamin. Amen. At the end. That's the sun. Think about it again. Minerals. Ra. Minerals. Ra. It's in it. That's where we're supposed to get our vitamins, amens from, and our Ra from. But these people have you afraid of it. They want you to wear sunglasses because they tell you, oh, it's going to give you cancer, the radiation. I grew up my entire life walking around without shirt. Never got cancer. I have never gotten sick in my life. Literally, I have never been to a hospital for any type of sickness, especially just really when I broke my foot, of course. But family, I don't get sick. If a little cold try to attack me, in a day it's gone. Once in a while I get allergies, but that's not really a sickness. But family, the point I'm trying to make is I'm just trying to make you realize what these people have done to you here. That's what they have done to you. They took that away from you. They put our people in these concrete jungles, where they have to fight against each other to survive. Family, you were not meant to survive. We were meant to live life. Live life. And that's what I'm trying to get you to see. Let you know we have to go back to that. It doesn't mean that we can't have technology. But imagine an environment where you get your water from nature. Imagine an environment where, you don't have to go to these Asians to buy food because you could plant your food in your backyard. It's not illegal to collect rain. How could these people make it illegal to collect rain? Illegal to grow your own food? Family, this is about commerce. It's about commerce. So when you see they have their presidents, Donald Trump, over here using his pen like he's crazy, signing executive orders, it's about business. It's your choice that you are dealing with it. But you are indigenous to the land and you are entitled to self-governance. When are you going to detach yourself from this way of living? It's not organic. It's not natural, family. It is not natural. It is not natural. The sun is there to sustain life, the giver of life. Why are you afraid of the sun? Take off your shoes and go walk in the dirt. Thank Mama for the home that she has provided for us. When was the last time you did that? My brothers, when was the last time your nuts got some sunlight? My sister, when was the last time your yoni was exposed to sunlight? When was the last time? I am not trying to be funny, family. When was the last time? Huh? Get that Ra. Get that Amen. Vitamin. Minerals. Family, these people have y'all messed up in the head, man. Another thing, leave that conscious community alone. You are indigenous to the Americas. Time for us to unite, wake up, and go back to the organic ways of our ancestors. Honor your mothers and fathers. And by you saying that you are not from the American continent, you are abandoning your first mother. Keep that in mind. It's time to wake up, family. I just wanted to share a little bit of this growing up experience with you. What it is, and that's just some of the stories of just growing up in nature. Just some of it. You know what I'm saying? Going to the river and just bathing all day. Going to the sea and just be in the sea water all day. That natural sea salt. Family, we have to go back to our organic ways. We have to. Because these people are detaching us more and more and more and more from Mother Nature. They are taking us away from our first mother. They are. That's what they're doing. And you wonder why our children are disrespecting our women and our men are disrespecting our women. It's because these people subconsciously, they have taught you to hate the mother. Disrespect the mother. This is our home, family. It's our home. And we have to defend her and protect her. We have to honor her. We have to go back to her. After all, when this physical body dies, that's where it goes, right? So family, it's time to wake up, man. It's time to wake up. I just felt the need to share this with you today. And I came here for this reason. This is my purpose, to wake my brothers and sisters up, my indigenous brothers and sisters on the mainland. That is my purpose. I love y'all, and that's why I do what I do. All right. So this is Chief Kalinago with another video, family, and I hope you enjoyed this little experience that I took you on, and get more sunlight. Expose your body to sunlight. Brothers, let your lower area, your groin area get some sunlight. Sisters, do it in the privacy of your home. Instead of always opening your legs and letting all these different energies go in, allow the sun to go in for once. Get that sunlight into the yoni. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Chief Kalinago. I love you guys. Please support the GoFundMe. The link is below. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. I will do another video today, though, because, again, I'm always feeling good. All right. Love y'all. Peace.